Hi, this is Max. I am back with another CSR2 video. This time it is the BMW M2 Competition. This is the newest car introduced with the latest update from BMW. It is a M2, I guess, with lightened body and 410 horsepower according to the specs. It's kind of meaningless as far as the game's concerned. The CS2 Sport actually still looks more aggressive, although it doesn't come up with the blackout trim. I personally think it actually looks better. But regardless, this newest BMW will be the quickest T3 car according to information on Facebook. Someone who has access to this car early and access to S6 and Fusions have maxed it out and claims that the car's world record is 7.9 something. So it will beat the Porsche Cayman and will be the fastest T3 car once fully built. Well, I do not have any S6 for this car at all because, well, it's brand new and I haven't pulled any from the bronze crate yet. So I have built it up to S5 and basically stole some Fusions from other BMWs I own, like this M235 and the M4 and even Amelia's car, to go ahead and fill out the Fusion on this car. The good news, I think, is that this car is relatively fast even with just stage 5. This may make your trek to winning the PC Cup next season easier, or it may not. I really don't know. But what I do know is that it runs a 9.146 or better already just with stage 5 and full fusion. That's important because Amelia's car with full stage 5 and full fusion is somewhere around 9.5 or 6, I believe. So it's not nearly as quick as this car. This is a car that drives a lot like the 2017 Nissan GTR in that a later application of nitrous gets a much better run. I applied it really late that time. Fourth gear is actually where it should be. I was too busy talking and kind of forgot, but let's make another run and see if we can beat dyno by a little bit. You want a perfect launch as well, which I didn't do on that run either. So you want to get a perfect launch and then nitrous on fourth. You don't need to really shift at perfect. It seems 6,000 to 6,500 RPM shifts produce probably the best run, at least for me. Now this will probably change once you get stage 6 and other fusions in, but right now that's a 9.12 run on a 9.14 dyno. So beats it by very little, which isn't that good, but isn't terrible either. I've already taken this car to live to kind of mess around. It does not lobby in a favorable way against other cars. I was basically getting outrun by various cars in the lobby that I was in. Now, this will probably change as you get closer to max with this car because it will dominate because it's the quickest car. So that's the main benefit if you can get the car all the way to max. The BMWs should be easy to get fusions for, and you should start collecting. If you're a newer player and you don't have a ton of fusions, go to T2 in the dealership and buy yourself a bunch of M235i. They're 75,000 a piece. They only take very little time to deliver. If you look, it only takes about 2 hours. So you can get a bunch of these cars for relatively cheap and build up money while you're at it to get this car built. This car only costs about $1.5 million to build altogether, so maybe not even that much. I can't remember because I kind of built it and I was bouncing zero here. I just earned some money, build a piece, but I think overall it's about $1.5 million to build. So it's not too terrible. Once you put the fusions in, you should be in pretty good shape. I never even built this CS2 Sport because I was too busy with all the other BMWs I had, and I didn't have enough fusions to go around to start with. So what I did is I've already started collecting BMWs in the final garage, and once I get enough of them, I will probably strip them all in one shot. My goal, I think, here is to collect at least 12 of these and then go ahead and strip them in a row. So right now I have 4. By the time next season's PC Cup comes around, I should definitely have more than enough to strip for parts. So this, again, is a newer account that I started. It's a 100 level right now. And this one doesn't have the level of fusions of different cars as my old account would. So this strategy of buying M235i to get yourself ready for PC Cup is very important. You have really no excuse next season not to have a fully fusioned out car. One is because this car doesn't take that many fusions. The stage 5, for most parts, only takes about 6 to 8 fusions to fill. So even with the grand total, you're only looking at about 51 fusions, and most of them being common and rare. So strip some M235, get yourself ready. Then you kind of hope that the game gives you decent stage 6s. There's hope that, of course, each stage 6 give you a nice bump. If Natural Motion wants to make this hard for us, I would say they would put the final time at the PC Cup somewhere around 8.5. I hope not, but that is one of the difficulties to jump from this 9.1 to 8 point something, like 8.6 or even 8.5 will take probably 3 or 4 stage 6, depending on which one you get, or maybe even 5 if you get the wrong ones. So my hope is that they'll take it easy on us and make it somewhere around 8.7 or 8.8, which maybe 2 or 3 S6s with fusions pretty much guarantee you'll get there. So there's the quick review of the M2 competition and what I've done to it so far. I think next season's PC Cup won't be that difficult for those who will pull this car. And the other thing, final thing, is that it's a 3-star car, so it's much easier to pull than, say, a 5-star card like this season. The downside is, of course, there are a lot of 3-star cars, so the random generator could very well troll you with a ton of different 3-star cars. All are not this one. So be ready for that and save up your silver keys and be ready to try to at least pull enough to get this car. You know that you need 750 silver keys to be guaranteed the loyalty card. Well, I hope this was helpful to you, and I look forward to next season and driving this in the PC Cup. I think I'm almost ready. It's just a question of how many stage 6s that are non-duplicate I'm going to get at that point. Well, leave a comment if you have any comments or questions, and subscribe to the channel so you can get notifications when I put other videos up. And again, thank you for watching.